Howdy, y'all. We are live. Let's just hop right into this. Last we left our hero. We've caught 11 shadow Pokemon and we've purified 3. That means we have 8 to purify. We've got the 6 guys on the outside there to purify. We've got Spheal, Houndour, Gulpin, Baltoy. Seedot, and Mareep. And then inside, we've got a Spinarak and one more. I'm going to swap out this Ladian. Pretty much, I've thought about it only a little bit. My initial reaction is like, we just got to get rid of this thing. It's not going to be useful. I wanted to evolve it just as like a fun thing, but it'll learn Reflect and Light Screen at level 24, which is debatably useful, but I think we have better things we can be doing. Mightyena, I feel like is actually quite good. I think I've actually used Mightyena a fair amount in the past playthroughs of XD. Come to think of it, I remember this Poison Fang strategy. Intimidate's pretty dang good, so I think we can rely on Mightyena. I think what we need to start doing is actually start leveling up our Flareon and start purifying these shadows. So we're going to swap out Ledian, and I think probably swap out Mightyena. These shadows are really powerful for where we are, so I think just stacking our team with them and getting them purified is what we want to do. We want to get the, we want to get as many shadows as early as possible purified so that we can use them for the purification chamber later. Which, if you're used to Colosseum and not XD, the purification chamber is pretty integral. And you need a good number of Pokemon that are not Shadow Pokemon, like purified, to make proper use of it. And you need a variety of types. So getting on top of that as quick as you can is going to be mucho gusto beneficio. Alright, so, right, Numel. That's the other guy that we caught. There is no item management. Okay, so Lydian, you're going with Teddiursa here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my purified Pokemon in box 8. Let's see, can I? Yes. You can use X and Y to toggle this to yellow just to make them default to move without bringing up the sub-menu. Okay, who do we want to pull in? I'm thinking probably these guys. As fun as it would be to like pull in Spinarak and evolve it like we did Ladybot Ledian, I have my doubts about the usefulness of that. Let me just, for the fun of it, look up Spinarak's moveset here. Okay, Spinarak doesn't evolve into Ariados until level 22. In the meantime, it gets Poison Sting, String Shot, Scary Face, Constrict, Nightshade. And then if you wait by 1 level to evolve it at 23, it'll get Leech Life. So, not the most useful. And then later it gets Fury Swipe, Spider Web, Agility, Psychic. Not very good moves. Spider web is kind of interesting. It's like a exclusive kind of mean look. I don't think that's really useful for this game per se, especially because you get so many Shadow Pokemon that learn Shadow Hold. I forget what special moves these Pokemon get ahead of time. I'm not gonna like look up every little thing, but basically it's like I'd have to get this guy to level 22 to evolve it, and yeah. So, and I'm pretty sure his special move he's gonna get by purifying is just refresh. So we got Baltoy, Spheal. I think we want a Fire Grass Water Core for the Purification Chamber, so let's get going on that. Mighty Anna, let's put you over here. For now, I'm just going to separate them like this, so top row is just going to be like, you know, purified Pokemon that I'm probably not going to use. Buffer team is going to be down here because Mighty Anna is like totally usable. Probably going to use him. And then remaining shadows can just kind of be over here. Looks like they didn't put the Fire Red Leaf Green feature in here where you can select many Pokemon and group them together and move them. Oh gosh, slight delay. I'm gonna have to figure out something. The next time I have a live, somebody watching me live, I'm gonna try a different buffering mode so I can like try to have the game be less laggy while not cutting out on audio. Okay, let's move these guys in the order that I'm probably gonna purify them in. Okay, great. Oh, Isaac, you are here. I'm going to try a different mode of operation here. I am going to switch the HDMI capture. I'm going to switch the buffering mode because before, when it was cutting out a bunch, I had it on disabled, and then I fixed it by putting it on enabled, and that, like, basically slowly over time, the delay gets worse and worse until I refresh it. So I'm going to put it on auto detect. I'm not sure necessarily what that does. The little pop-up thing says auto detect, sets it to enabled if the device has delay, and disabled if it has no delay. So I don't know if that means it's just gonna like pick and choose one and then that's it, or if it's gonna like automatically switch between them as there's delay. I don't know. Hopefully it's just a catch-all that fixes everything. It just works and there's no delay. One can hope. But I'm not going to know if the audio on the stream drops out or not, because for whatever reason, I can still hear the audio on my side. But in the recording and in the stream, it's gone. So let's just hope it works. And I will report on if I start feeling delay, which I should, like, when it's enabled, I definitely notice it within just like 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, let's pull in this Mareep. Okay, great. We've got a party of monsters here Baltoy's really close, actually. Spheal is pretty close as well. Houndour's a bit down. Seedot and Mareep need work. So Baltoy and Spheal are going to be ready here soon. Yeah, let's just hop to it. Alright, so the plan here is Baltoy and Spheal, get them ready to purify, which will be shortly. And then maybe I run back to a gate and purify them. And then put in more Shadow Pokemon in my party to purify. But we'll just have to see. Okay, I don't remember where I was going. Oh, this way, I guess. Ether. Ether is so interesting. I feel like I basically never use them in playthroughs. Because it's like, oh my gosh, it's a non-renewable resource. I can thus, therefore, never use it. But then the fact that I can easily play through the game and end up never using them makes it's like... It just proves that they're unnecessary, and so you might as well use them if it's like, if there's any amount of helpfulness. Okay, this Baltoy is like going to be very eminently ready. Like, in fact, by the time we just run back this way, what I might as well do is just put Houndour up here, because just a little bit of walking is going to be all he needs. I don't even need to send him in. Probably need to send in Spheal like one time and he'll be ready. Prototype XD001's final adjustments are behind schedule at headquarters. If they can get Krane to give up details about the verification study, all of XD001's problems should be solved in one fell swoop. I think so too, but it sounds quite obstinate and tight-lipped about the whole thing. I've heard Lavrina's getting incensed over this. What a kid in the lab holes! You know, I just realized that they never do this in this game, but they do it in, like, Emerald, where they have two separate trainers who fight you at the same time. They both send out one Pokemon, and you double battle against them. This is, like, a perfect opportunity for them to do that. There was, like, two scientists. Okay. Let's do that, and this. Shadow Wave. What does Shadow Shed do? Eliminates Reflect and other similar moves. So that's going to be like... Brick Break, maybe? I'm trying to think of the equivalent move. Brick Break definitely gets rid of specifically Reflect and Light Screen. I wonder what all moves this could be referring to. Shadow Shed's basically a move you never use. And I just realized looking at this, Shadow moves don't have any PP. So Shadow Pokemon can just rampage forever. Why not is slightly scary, but I think we'll be okay. And yes, Isaac, you're right. Everybody is very concerned about being fair. It's a Pokemon battle. I mean, if you don't follow the rules of a Pokemon battle, then you have no honor, really. So... And if you have no honor, what do you even have? Corsola? Doki Sveilkin. I wonder what would do more, Shadow Wave or Water Gun. I'm also pretty sure that, like, you know, these Shadow moves that are of type question mark, these might be, like, the first instance of, like, an actual physical special split. I want to say Shadow Wave is a special move, while, like, Shadow Blitz is a physical move. Because they don't even have a type to go off of. They're just super effective against not Shadow Pokemon, and not very effective against Shadow Pokemon. I don't know this for sure, but I want to say it's the case. So 50, super effective, versus Water Gun, which gets stabbed. Yeah, I mean, Shadow Wave is going to do more, because it's super effective. And it's not a spread move, because... we just got one target. That is hilarious. It's like the Shadow Wave hits it, and then it's immediately its turn. And it just went straight into that animation. I feel like that doesn't happen too often, except it just happened there where Houndour was in the middle of his getting hit animation when it's just like, oh, also your speed lowered and you're back into idle pose. Oh, we got Roar. Feels in reverse mode. Beaten by a kid. Do we just go straight into the next scientist battle? I'm busy. I'll let you go today, so just go home without a fuss. I'm not good at battling, but now is not the time to be telling you that. No, it's not. See, it's like the Mario games where the enemies have to give you a fair chance. They line up in you know, in a nice line and let you fight them one at a time. And it's all very, very good. Okay, I'm not noticing any delay with the video. It's still good, so it's acting like it's not buffered. So hopefully that's not a problem. Look at Ember the Dustox. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, Spheal is ready. Good to know the audio is good. The thing with like the audio going out before is it felt like really inconsistent. Like it ran unbuffered just fine for like an hour, and then it dropped out for an hour, and then came back. So it's very strange stuff. At least it's like just the game audio and not like the game video or my commentary or something, because that would just be a full loss. Okay, so Spheal is done. So let's just swap that out for Reap. And Houndour can just go in for another Ember. I mean, I feel like if you wanted to just, like, purify Pokemon... Oh, gosh, Did Wingull do that last time? I was not paying attention. If you just want to purify Pokemon as quickly as possible this early in the game, try just going up against a weak trainer and just constantly switch your Shadow Pokemon in and out is probably the play. Okay. Seedot's already, like, nearly dead. Dustox is, like, not really a pushover Pokemon. Like, when you're in early game like this, you're still below level 20, like, most Pokemon are unevolved still. Dustox is, like, you know, it's got special defense. Ah, so close. Okay. So far, I can't think of any repeatable grinding spots in this game. Like, I don't think that there's any trainers I can just go back to and, like, fight infinitely for XP. I know you can eventually just do that. Can I catch the Squillfish? No. You can eventually do that at Mount Battle. Okay, so right there, I heard the audio, like, cut out for a very quick second and then come back. I'm guessing that's maybe the auto-buffering, like, switching modes or something. So hopefully the audio's still fine, and hopefully everything's working as intended. Static. Johto's, like, full of these interesting Pokemon that are just single Pokemon, don't have any evolutions, and are, like, strong in terms of, like, they're stronger than, like, unevolved Pokemon, but, like, they don't really stand a chance against, like, fully evolved Pokemon, like Murkrow and Quillfish and Stantler, Sneasel, Girafarig. Like, Stantler and Girafarig are like, I don't know. There's all these different tiers of them. Like, Sneasel is good. It's just not good in, like, Gen 3 and previously because it's... The Dark and Ice are special, and its special stat is bad. You can teach it, like, very nice other moves. They're just not going to be stab bonus. It's just, like, very unfortunate for it. Okay, Spheal is ready to purify, and I think the Baltoy... It'll be ready to purify momentarily. So let's go swap them out. Ooh, a Great Ball. My first Great Ball. That'd be more exciting if I didn't already have an Ultra Ball. I mean, that'd be a reason to keep Teddy Ursa in the party just for pickup, but I've got more important uses. Oh man, Mareep's poisoned. Whatever. We're gonna walk back and swap out our Pokemon anyhow. This way. I'll go in this room just to heal, but I need to go all the way back to the PC. I'm not going to go all the way back to Gate Village right now, because I feel like I'm going to have other Pokemon to purify shortly, and there's not really a reason to purify Pokemon in the middle of a dungeon, unless, like, you really want to start using them right away. Yeah, there's Baltoy. Because they're still going to get EXP from the fights. They just don't... It's just buffered and they gain it all when they purify. You can get access to your non-shadow moves that the shadow moves are on top of. I feel like I've always played Pokemon games this way ever since I was a kid. And I still do it, where I go in, I do a few fights in this dungeon, and then I just run all the way back out so I can heal or do whatever, but I don't know. It's just a relaxing way to do it. Okay, we got that. Get these guys ready to purify. Great. Very good. So now I think the next closest are Seedot and Mareep are getting there, but they're still pretty high up. So let's put them in. Houndour is pretty close. Gulpin and Spinarak are fresh on the scene. Yeah, this looks good. It's kind of funny to me how little I've used Flareon so far. You would think I would have like a name for it by now, but just given how far I am in the game, but it's level 11. Didn't it start at like level 10 or something? I might be taking option 7 there, where I just don't use my starter at all. Which, if it happens, it happens, but that's not my intention. Of the fire types I have right now, Houndour, Flareon, and Numel, I think I do want to use Flareon. I've used it Houndour too recently. I feel like using Camerupt would be fun, but it's a little slow, and just like the Flareon's cool. I want to use a Flareon. I just thought of this, actually. There's the Shadow Ball TM at Mount Battle, and I'm pretty sure Flareon can learn Shadow Ball. And it's physical in this game. Oh, shit. Like, I think Flareon can learn, like, a good fire move for its stab, and its special attack's okay. And then for physical, it's like, oh, you can teach a return, you can teach Shadow Ball, and then you still have one move left over. Oh, yeah, what was your Flareon's name in your X-Nuzlocke? Ooh, Carvana. Was it also Stevie? Okay, we got Carvana to catch. Carvana would be interesting. I just feel like Sharpedo is so squishy. Shadow Blitz the Carvana, deal a little damage. Shadow Wave. NPC trade names are funny. Tempted to just throw a ball at it. We got lots of Pokeballs, so why not? Stevie the Eevee, when you put it like that. If I was gonna keep the Eevee and Eevee and use it that way, that would have been a fun name. Ouch. That did pretty good damage to me for it being under my level and not very effective. Ouch. Oh, Houndour's in reverse mode, but... Ouch. That means it's going to be basically ready to purify here. Water Sport. I think there is a Shadow Golduck in this game, like, way later on. There are some Pokemon like that where I'm just like, I don't see anybody using that. That just seems like purification chamber fodder. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to call Houndour, and we're going to throw a ball at the Carvana now that it's in the yellow. Well, thankfully, this playthrough is not a Nuzlocke, so... Not to say that it's impossible to be unlucky and, like, lose me some fights or something. Oh my gosh, Houndour's just getting riggedy wrecked. Let's get him out of here. He's like ready to purify anyhow. Gulpin. Ah, right. Shadow Hold. Let's Shadow Blitz the Carvana and just try another ball. It's a Carvana. How hard could it be to catch? And also, to be fair about your Nuzlocke, not very many Pokemon made it to the end. So, that's nothing against Stevie. Oh yeah, Rough Skin. I nearly knocked myself out. Oh yeah, reverse mode. Well, that's one way to swap out. Gulpin, get in there. Okay, what do you got? You have Shadow Hold. I just don't know when you would ever use Shadow Hold. Shadow Hold seems like a move that the opponent has to mess with you. There's like no time you would ever use Shadow Hold because I don't think the enemy ever swaps out. That just seems to be how it works. Okay, Pokeball. Go. Dun 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 dun! Okay, there was a Shadow Remoraid in Colosseum for sure. Ow! Okay, Mareep, get in there. It's sad. I look up Shadow Sneasel, and the first thing that comes up is a bunch of Pokemon Go stuff. Which, to be fair, is more recent, but... Oh, I get a little symbol up on the top left being like, I've got a snag. I wonder if that's to indicate, like, hey, if you lose this battle, you lose this snag? Actually, I don't know how that operates. It's funny how they... It's funny how they had to censor Octillery and Remoraid so hard to where... Like, because Remoraid's supposed to look like a pistol, and Octillery's supposed to look like a, you know, tank with treads. And just as a kid, and I just literally never even picked up on any of that until it was like literally pointed out to me. It's like, hey, this is what they are, and it's like, oh yeah, that is what they look like if you think about it. And their moves definitely reference that, and their beta designs are like way more on the nose. yes, your Nuzlocke was very optimized. It was all planned out. Everything was intentionally sacked on purpose to make it to the end with the exact members you needed. It was highly, highly optimized. Oh, go right ahead. Wander, look around. Boom, Houndour can be purified, and I got some Pokemon fainted in that. Back to the start of the dungeon. Okay. I'm gonna put Flareon in the back. Houndour is ready to purify, right? Yeah, so I can just take it out entirely. Yeah, I think the system is handling the audio and video like buffering on its own. Thanks for dropping in, Isaac. I'll see you later. I think the audio is going to be fine. But if you can spot check it later, it would be helpful. I just think the audio is like auto-correcting itself, because every so often I'll notice like it kind of skips a little bit to where it's like oh, it's starting to get delayed, so then it like refreshes itself or something. Oh, Carvana's holding black glasses, and that is really good attack. I mean, if I'm gonna use Feel... Oh, I mean, that's a good point. I need to choose between Carvana and Spheal, because I probably don't want to use two water types, right? And if I'm going to use one of them, I'm going to need the other one for the purification chamber. So I might be a little proactive about purifying the Carvana. Boom, boom, boom. Looks bueno. I might even push it up above Spinarak there. Okay, I'm looking up Sneasel really quick, because Cerebi tells me if it's available in XD or Coliseum pretty quickly. Sneasel is in Coliseum, not XD. So, not gonna be able to appease you. If it was in the game, I would totally use it, because using a Sneasel sounds like a fun endeavor. Kind of a fun thing is in XD and Coliseum, the Pokemon are intended to be shiny locked. Like, they're not supposed to be shiny. And that is true in XD. Like, they cannot be shiny. However, in Colosseum, they made it so that they're never going to appear as shiny as in the opponent, meaning that their personality values cannot be shiny when combined with that trainer's ID. However, when you catch it and then it takes on your trainer ID, that possibility can still be shiny. Meaning when you catch it, it like becomes shiny. It's not shiny in the battle, meaning to know if it's shiny, you have to catch it. So it's kind of a slow process, but people do shiny hunt that way. I'm saying that's all to say, like, you could theoretically shiny hunt a Sneasel in Pokemon Colosseum. It can be done. The only other place you can even find Sneasel in Gen 3 is Leaf Green in the Ice Cave as kind of a rare encounter. And then, of course, you could, like, breed one. Those are kind of the only ways to shiny hunt in Gen 3, but a shiny Sneasel is pretty freaking awesome looking. At least I think it's awesome. And in Gen 3, I think it looks particularly good. Not sure how it looks in 3D and Colosseum XD, but that'd be fun. What is Sneasel's Colosseum move? If I look it up... I mean, I forget if Colosseum even gives the Pokemon you get as special moves as XD. I thought they maybe did? Looking it up now. Colosseum Sneasel move set. At the very least, Sneasel, if you're gonna, like, RNG manipulate, it's actually easy because the RNG in that area doesn't have any noise, so it's pretty easy to do that, apparently. It's funny how, like, that result comes up before just, like, what is the moves the Sneasel in Colosseum has? Like... Okay, shiny Sneasel in Colosseum definitely seems less vibrant, or maybe I'm looking at that wrong. Maybe it's different in XD versus Colosseum if you trade it there. Anyhow, Google kind of sucks these days, so I don't find an immediate answer to my question, so we're moving on. I just want to know, like, when you purify the Sneasel, what moves does it have? Because I'm curious if there's any, like, Pokemon Colosseum exclusive move that Sneasel gets that's, like, cool. Okay, hold on. I feel like we've entered the danger zone. Little boy, what are you up to? You shouldn't get into mischief when you're visiting someone else's place. I'm just walking down the hallway. How do you know I'm just not looking for the bathroom? I'm not doing nothing. Do. Their levels are getting up there now. Like, we're getting up to 17. Fusion from China. Youch. Blitz him. Shadow wave him. Chimiko's got good special defense, which would imply that Shadow Wave goes off of your special attack. He's going for the wrap. He's going for it. I guess Shadow Wave was coming off of C-Dot, and neither of his attack sets are very good, so Shadow Wave not doing much to Chimiko could mean anything, really. Yeah, it did even less to Dunsparce. It's just like a not very powerful spread move. Alright. Bullet Seed. Let's do it. Oh man, so what's going on right now? Because both C-Dot and Mareep are considered wrapped by Chimiko right now. So are they just all three in a cluster? Like Chimiko's really long little wind chime wrapper is just wrapped around everybody, and nobody can switch out. Everybody's stuck. Everybody's getting wrapped. Everybody's taking damage. Five hit. Ouch. Ouch. Youch. If we can take this Chimiko out, well... Oh, I became confused. Don't rage me. Ah! We need to take out the Chimiko so that we don't get wrap damage. Don't hurt yourself. No! Okay. Open. Oh, man. This is the most effective I've seen a Chimiko ever be. Okay, C-Dot, you need called. Gulpin, sludge that Chimiko. It's doing wrap strats. It's intentional about it. Scoot, scoot, scoot. Okay, how powerful is Sludge? It's like a 60 power move, right? Like pretty decent. Pretty decent. 65, yeah. And then plus stab, that's like basically 100 power. Versus Shadow Blitz. Here's a question. Do Shadow moves get stab bonus? I want to say no. But I mean, let's say it does. I mean, it makes all the difference because Shadow Blitz 40, and then it's super effective, so 80, and then if it gets stabbed, that's like 120. Versus Sludge, it's not super effective, but it gets stabbed, so it's like 100. I mean, we could just try and see, right? So let's use Sludge. Okay, we have to keep in mind that he's defense curled. Whoa, critical hit. Well, I'm not going to be able to judge if I critical hit. Because now if I don't critical hit, he's got defense curls, and so it's going to do, like, nothing. Secret power. Paralyze. Yes. Yes. Call. Shadow Blitz. Oh, that took a lot out. Paralyzed, can't move. Haha. Okay. Let's see if this kills. If it does, it definitely does more. It's questionable. Reverse mode. Do Shadow Pokemon get stab bonus on Shadow moves? Didn't someone raise you properly? How could you come in and make a mess of our place? Not making a mess of your place. I'm just, you know, doing honorable Pokemon battles and coming out on top. Boom. Bulbapedia. Shadow. Shadow moves, which only exist in Pokemon Colosseum and XD, never receive same type attack bonus. So there you have it. Probably the implication that, like, they're basically always super effective is probably enough. Okay. So what do we got going here? C-Dot's getting close. Okay, let's do this for the moment. So we might have another fight, and I don't want to quite run back to revive Mareep quite at the moment. Oh my gosh, why is my controller... Why is there signal interference? Okay. I have a wired GameCube controller sitting right next to me. I could totally just plug that in and use it if it actually bothered me, so don't worry about it. Do I go back? Yes, because we don't have to go all the way back just to heal. We only have to go through 2 screens. I'm gonna check on the stream myself and see if the audio is still working. Un momento. Looks like we're good. Okay, I have Gulpin up front because he's in reverse mode and I can call him. Whew. Okay, I just did that room. Never thought that Cypher's big man would deign to show up here in person. I saw him real, in the flesh and blood. He's menacing. The sight of him gave me shivers. Master Grieville's supposed to be making a personal tour of all of Cypher's facilities. I think he wants to confirm everything is fine so he can proceed with his plans without ending up like a fiasco like last time. Who are you, suspicious intruder? How long are you there? You might be just a kid, but you can't just walk out. Clots. Shadow Wave. And, oh yeah, call. Man, it's so nice early in the game when you can just call a Pokemon and it, like, loses a whole bar. I've been bound. It's interesting what they decide to like make distinct moves. It's like, oh, wrap and bind. They're like identical in every way other than name, basically. Like they might have slightly different accuracies or something, but they're basically identical. Okay, C-Dot has been charmed, so theoretically Shadow Wave should do the same as it did before. Oh yeah, and like Kecleon doesn't copy the Shadow type because it's not a real type. Open Speedy, I guess. Oh, reverse mode. I'm going to be astonished. Ow. Okay, and yeah, I mean, that looks like the same damage. Youch. Youch. Oh yeah, I remember that episode in the anime because I literally had the GBA cartridge for the episode because you could watch episodes of Pokemon off a GBA cartridge that you could buy. And yeah, it's like Ash. It's like before Hoenn was even a thing. Like he's fighting this guy who has Hoenn Pokemon. It's like, you know, Blaziken and Kecleon and all this, and Kecleon's like so cool in that episode. He's like in the grass, running around. He's like chopping down grass with his tongue, catching things. He's like hidden with a color change. It's actually so epic. Ooh, we just got toxic. Ouch. Shroomish? Ah, Shadow Shroomish. Breloom is just good. I forget if they give you Spore early on this Shroomish. I may have used Breloom in XD before because Breloom's just like a really good Pokemon. But I'm not sure I would have like kept my Shroomish a Shroomish until level 40 or whatever to get Spore. Because I just don't think I've done that level of like that effort. Looking up Shroomish. Boom. He's level 15, so his level up moves would be Leech Seed, Stun, Spore, Attack, Absorb, and Tackle. Blah blah blah. Oh gosh, yeah, you have to keep Shroomish a Shroomish until level 54 to get Spore. That is crazy. Because then if you evolve it into Breloom, yeah, there's no Spore to be had. You can only get False Swipe via an Egg move. Well, let's move forward here. We have things to consider. I need to know what the Shroomish's moves are going to be like once you purify it. I doubt it's just going to have Spore on it. But if it has False Swipe, that would be precedence to make it be worth it to, like, okay, it's got False Swipe, keep this thing as Shroomish up until level 54 so it can get Spore, and then evolve it, and you'll have a Breloom with False Swipe and Spore. In Gen 3, that's pretty nice. It's less, like, absolutely, like, required, because like, I just rose a Smeargle to level 100 for catching, like, a Shiny Rayquaza is kind of my reason I raised it. And I've got, like, Spore, False Swipe, Super Fang on it. And you're able to teach Spore on it pretty easy, because, like, you can get, you know, like, a Parasect with Spore, like, pretty easily. If you have, like, Fire Red, Leaf Green, you can go to, like, the Celadon Cave, and there's really high-level Parasect in there. But having a Breloom with False Swipe and Spore is a little different than a Smeargle. Okay, let's call the C-Dot and Shadow Blitz the Shroomish. Oh no, he's gonna die. Oh, the nice thing about Mareep is it probably gets Thunder Wave. I don't really have any Pokemon on my permanent team that I've decided that's going to have, like, consistent status moves. I've just kind of been lucky where it's like, oh, Secret Power has been inflicting paralysis, Lick has been inflicting paralysis, etc., etc. Okay, yeah, it straight up has Thunder Wave. I don't think I want to use Mareep because I'm pretty sure I've used Ampharos, like, definitely before on XD. Because I think my main save on my main memory card has, like, an Ampharos in the party. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna switch the C-Dot out. Its bar is like already empty. I don't really feel like spending a turn calling it. I can probably just throw a ball at the Shroomish at this point. It's paralyzed, and it's a Shroomish. Are you really a kid? I'll take your $9, thank you. Did you maybe come to rescue Krane? Don't bother trying. You don't know how scary Lavrina, she's in charge here, can be. She looks cute and all, but she's nothing short of terrifying. Get out of here while you still can. It's for your own good. I'm pretty sure you have to fight her on the way out of here. And I don't recall where that trigger is going to be. Okay, so C-Dot is done. Gulpin's really close. So let's just, like, get Mareep up front and Carvana up front, because Gulpin can be ready, like, just by walking around. What do you have to say, sir? Hey, I'm only a researcher here. I don't battle. Okay. ID card. Great Ball. I forget what Shadow Pokemon Lavrina is gonna have. One way. Okay, I'm pretty sure I can use this ID card to get to where Lavrina is. Okie dokie. Okay, C-Dot. Let's just put you in the PC. So you're in reverse mode right now. If I put you in the PC... Okay, you're still in reverse mode, which is interesting how that's kind of preserved. Shroomish, I am interested in you. So, get in the party. Man, this Dumble's just gonna get perpetually delayed, I guess. Gosh, Flareon's getting to the point where it's like so underleveled. I don't know how much use it's gonna be against like Lavrina. The thing is that Gulpin has just enough shadow on him to where he probably needs a decent amount of walking, so... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Double press. Okay. Use the ID card. I feel like the boss fight against Lavrina is like coming up here. Oh, it's a modest Mareep. That is a good thing for it. Careful Gulpin, that's pretty good too. You understand, don't you? It's wrong to turn ordinary Pokemon into Shadow Pokemon against their will. Da-da-da-da. Please, won't you help us stop this Shadow Pokemon plan? Join us and help us save Pokemon. Professor Krane, I understand what you're trying to say, but I can't help you. Whoa, you, aren't you that kid I saw in the Pokemon HQ that one time? 23 Caterpie XD, is it really you? Are you trying to tell me that you came here by your lonesome to rescue Professor Krane? It's too bad I'm still a member of Cypher. I can't very well let you folks go now, can I? As for you, you snagged my Teddy Ursa from me that time. I'll give you this. You've got guts to come here alone, but I'll fix you so good, you'll never get out again. Wow, I gotta get fixed. That's good, right? Murkrow and Rhyhorn, these are good Pokemon. Level 18ers. Okay, do I have... Don't have any water or grass to use on the Rhyhorn. I do have Thunder Shock to use on the Murkrow, though, so let's do that. Will you pursue? Thinking I'm going to swap out my Mareep, do you? Ow! Haha. Lightning Rod! Holy moly! I've been duped. Oh my gosh! I feel like I need to take this battle a little more seriously. William Slapping. Mareep, that makes sense. Accuracy fell. You're probably going to kill Carvana with the Peck. Yep. Okay, here's what I need to do. Okay, how does Mareep and Flareon speed compare? 17 versus 22. So Flareon is faster. Gosh, he's just level 11. Here's what I would do if Flareon was like a little higher level. I would bite the Rhyhorn, which is a special attack. It would kill it. And then that would allow me to Thunder Shock the Murkrow. However, I do not have confidence that bite will kill. So we just have to go for it. Yeah, not at all. Dang it. Okay, it'll kill now. Oh man, Flareon, I've underleveled you bad. Okay, who you pursuing? Oh boy. Gulpin, get in there. I might have to, like, use potions and stuff. Okay. Sludge the Murkrow. Bite the Rhyhorn. Look at those stat gains. Slackoth, a nice truant Pokemon. Maybe I should just leave it there. Okay. Shadow Blitz the Murkrow. Tackle the Murkrow. Scratch, that's not so bad. Now it'll be truanted next turn. Pursuit, that's so annoying. Man, it just does decent freaking damage, dude. I feel like I should heal Gulpin. I don't remember if Pokemon in reverse mode accept items. No, it won't. Here's what I can do. I can call the Gulpin. Slackoth is slacking. Flareon can take out Murkrow, and then I can heal Gulpin next turn. Thank you, sir. No! Not the 95% accuracy! Gulpin, no! Oh my gosh, that was bad. Okay. Oh, I've been hit by Mud Slap. That is the reason that I'm missing. Beldum. That's not going to be Shadow. Ouch. Okay, I mean, Beldum's just going to have Takedown. Yeah, let's take out the Beldum. I should probably heal Flareon. I don't know why I'm not. Gotta flinch the Beldum, I guess. It is hilarious to me how Beldum takedowns with its butt, basically, in this game. Because this is, like, not how I would imagine it. Unless I'm literally looking at that animation. Okay, I'm healing Flareon. I don't know if it's, like, worth it. Like, can I survive a takedown? I don't know. Probably not a scratch and a takedown. Okay, that's okay. It's not targeting me. Okay, I think we got this. Loafing. Naps. You're good, punk. $7.20. Professor Krane, you folks don't have the foggiest notion about how big and scary Cypher is. It's not smart to resist. You can go on about the poor abused Pokemon and all, but you should think about your own selves. That's my advice. 23 Caterpie. XD. Did you really come here by yourself? That's amazing, but it's dangerous here. We better get out of here right away. My worst fears turned out to be true about Cypher. They weren't wiped out. That was just one of their bases. But the details can wait. Things could get complicated if they return. Let's get out of here. Hooray! Gulpin can be purified. All my Pokemon are dead. Leaf Stone. I think the only Pokemon I have that evolves with a Leaf Stone is Seedot can evolve into Nuzleaf, and then Nuzleaf evolves with Leaf Stone. So that's an option. Oh, when does Lavrina show up? Because my Pokemon are, like, dead in the water right now. I have a bad feeling she's gonna, like, show up right here, and then I'm, like, completely screwed. Yeah. Oh, wait. I have not heard about anyone leaving anywhere. Professor Krane is going to be very busy. Oh, so very busy. So please be a nice boy and don't disturb us. We're going back to the HQ lab. Stand aside, please. Going back? Seriously? You're so joking. This so happens to be where you work from now on. After all, we so need you to keep working on your studies. You are key to our plan. XE001, the ultimate shadow Pokemon that can never be purified? Stop that nonsense. Do you seriously think I would help you do something that horrible? Stomp. Oh, that Naps. He so must have made a boo-boo again. I so have to punish him lots. Little boy, maybe you can convince Professor Krane. You should tell him to study our XD001. You see, our plan is to make shadow Pokemon that can never, ever be purified. XD001 is only our first prototype. So when we work out the problems, we can make combat units with XD series Pokemon. Wouldn't that just be peachy? But we so need the Professor's cooperation for our plan. So please, sweetie, can you please ask him nicely to help? No. Oh, how nasty, you silly boy. So you won't help me with XD001 either? Oh, you'll be sorry now, but you will so understand. A little hurt is so persuasive. Okay, I am not going to win this because all my Pokemon are dead. And I remember her being really hard. So we're going to have to see what happens when we white out, basically. When a love disc is hurting you that much, you know you're in deep shit, basically. Like, I technically have, like, maybe a revive, but... yeah. We'll see what this does. Okay, we're out of usable Pokemon. She celebrates. I white it out. What does that mean? You come with me. Go back to your room without any fuss. What are you doing? Let me go. I'll never have the likes of you. Don't let you get at me. Don't let you get at me. Okay, so it kicks me out, and Professor Krane goes back to his room. Okay, it might be time to call on Mighty Enda to help us. Flareon is just a tick under-leveled. Another option we could do is purify these guys, and they're going to get levels. And yeah, I mean, our grinding session is done. So let's just deposit these guys. then we'll withdraw these guys. And let's go purify them. That will get them levels. Now, there's the whole argument of, like, maybe having Shadow Pokemon in your party would be useful because she's probably going to have a Shadow Pokemon and it'd be good to resist its attacks. I think I should at least purify some of these guys. And according to our PDA, do we lose money from losing? I honestly don't know. I couldn't tell you. I feel like we have a decent amount of Poké Dollars because when I was buying Pokeballs before, buying 10 Pokeballs cost 2,000. And I feel like I got down to like 4,000, so I don't know. I feel like we've recovered our money a decent bit. Okay, let's go purify some Pokemon. Okay, Spheal. Let's get you purified. We got Aurora Beam, Charm, and 1 level. Okay. So its special move is Charm. Okay, let's purify the C-Dot. The interesting thing with C-Dot is if it gains a level, then it'll evolve. C-Dot is also one of those Pokemon that gets different moves when it evolves versus not. Let me look that up before I decide I have to start mashing B. I don't think I'm going to use the C-Dot like at all, but okay, so it gets Synthesis at 21, Sunny Day at 31, Explosion at 43. Well, Nuzleaf, yeah, it's completely different. It gets Fake Out at 19, Torment at 25, Fan Attack at 31, Razor Wind at 37, Swagger at 43, Extrasensory at 49. And then Shiftry, it's a stone evolution, so it gets nothing, basically. So theoretically, if I was raising a Nuzleaf, I would keep it a Nuzleaf until I guess 31, so it gets Fan Attack, and then nothing past that point is really worth it. I mean, there's extra sensory, but what's Shiftry's attack stats look like? 190. Surely Shiftry can just learn like Psychic or something, right? No. Hmm. And then were there any C dot moves that are worth keeping? Synthesis, Sunny Day, Explosion? Eh? I mean, you could do a Sunny Day Solar Beam strategy, of course, but Sunny Day is like a TM. It's usually like a one-time only TM that you have to like find in Gen 3, though. I don't even remember if the C dot has early bird or chlorophyll either. Sunny Day Solar Beam would be a strategy. Anyhow, I don't think I'm going to use the C dot. I'm not going to worry about keeping it a C dot. Keeping it a C dot would be untenable. Giga Drain and refresh. And he got a level. And now it's going to evolve. Which, if this C dot's going to be helpful at all, intimately, like it needs to evolve. So I'm just going to let it. I don't think like explosion strats are necessarily what we want. Explosion, double battles could be great if you pair it with a ghost type, but like I just don't feel right doing that in a single player playthrough unless it's like you're doing some challenge run where it's like really useful to do that. Okay, so now that we have a Nuzleaf, this level 18, its stats are it's okay. It's early bird. It has Giga Drain, which is a good move. Maybe we bring this with us to the boss fight. Its stats aren't like the most stellar. 33 on special attack. That's like the same as Houndour. The same as my pretty low level Flareon. Okay, let's purify the Houndour. When does Houndour evolve? Also, Nuzleaf in one more level gets Fake Out, which is all right. Is all right. Um, Houndour. Okay, Houndour evolves at 24. Which I feel like if you got a Houndoom this early, it'd be like broken. Okay, it didn't even get enough for a level. Fan attack is good. Baltoy doesn't evolve until like nearly level 40 or something, right? Makes him kind of hard to use. Baltoy. Yeah, like 36. That's just rough. Got Rock Tomb. Refresh. Probably enough XP to get a level. And a ribbon. I don't know why the A button wants to like double press a bunch. Maybe I need to like clean this controller. And then Gulpin. I feel like Gulpin evolves like in the high 20s or something. Yeah, 26. What's interesting to me is they clearly had XD001 the Lugia like already like hyper like they got it. They like hyper like tried to like super mega turn it into a shadow Pokemon, which is why its appearance is all screwed up and it's like basically impossible to purify under normal means. But then every Pokemon that they turn into shadow Pokemon after the fact um are just like normal shadow Pokemon. Like they don't use that same mechanism. So like whatever mechanism they used was different and maybe like special and more effective for the Lugia or something. You'd think they would make them all at least like that since they are turned into shadow Pokemon after. And I guess they never really go into the mechanisms of how a shadow Pokemon is even made. Like like what does it take to turn to make something into a shadow Pokemon? I guess I've never quite thought about it. Gulpin just got Shockwave and Sing. That is why I've used the Gulpin before. I use its Sing for catching things. That's why I've used it. Otherwise, I wouldn't think like Gulpin would be all that special. Yeah, let's reorganize these moves. Okay, Gulpin could be useful in the boss fight because it's got Toxic and Sing. Nuzleaf could be useful because it's got Giga Drain. Houndour is just like decently powerful. Baltoy, I may want to just remove. Spheal, honestly, in its current state, like I don't know. I don't know how useful it'll be. Flareon kind of needs levels. So I feel like what I have is good. I could probably put in Mightyena over Baltoy and be fairly good to go. Maybe. Let's see. A good start if she's gonna start with Beautyfly and Love Disc. I feel like Nuzleaf in front would be good, and like maybe Spheal, because they both resist what they got going on. Unless well, Nuzleaf does not resist the Beautyfly. Beautyfly has Gust. Heck, it might have Silverwind and absolutely annihilate me. But Nuzleaf has Giga Drain for the um Love Disc. I was about to say the heart scale Pokemon, the heart scale Pokemon. And then Spheal has Aurora Beam for Beautyfly. Although, oh, Baltoy's got a rock move. Could hit the Beautyfly with that. Um, and Spheal is not fast. Houndour is fast. Let's check our PC. Another thing with Mareep, I feel like it would evolve into Flaffy like right away, right? And that could be a good Pokemon. Let me check. Yeah, it evolves into Flaffy at 15. So if we need extra firepower, we could pretty easily do that. Whoa, why is it freaking out? Okay. What is going on? Stop that. Um, okay. It is like double clicking like crazy. I'm switching to a wired controller. I don't know why it has this interference. It's gotta it never does this normally. It's gotta be conflicting with my headset or something. It's old radio technology. Okay, here we go. We're wired in. No more interference. Okay, Baltoy, I don't know if I'm going to put you in this group or this group. I'll put you tentatively in this group because I feel like it'd be neat to use Claydol. I just don't know if I'm going to put in the investment for raising a Baltoy. um, let's pull in the Mightyena because that'll be useful. Okay, Mareep, you're our backup plan. Okay, I feel like we at least have a fighting chance now. I don't know if I just play games slowly or whatever, but I feel like we've been in this dungeon for like more than half of the playtime of this whole game, like with me like running back and forth and healing and blah blah blah. Let's get out of here for real. I'm so ready for the beauty fly to just silver win my Nuzleaf and kill it turn one. Are they gonna reference like, hey, oh yes, trying to escape again? Oh, how annoying. I so thought you'd be good and steady obediently. If you don't smarten up right now, I will be angry. Like, really? Caw, caw, caw. Okay. Spheal. Let's Aurora Beam that Beautyfly and Nuzleaf. Giga Drain that Love Disc. Okay, Love Disc has got speed on its side. Tackle doesn't do too much. Beautyfly uses Gust. That's not Silverwind, so that's good. And Giga Drain should hopefully get that all back. Eh. Okay, we did good damage, but we're too slow. Spheal is doing okay. Okay, Beautyfly is going to use Gust again. It's going to do good damage. Oh, not against Nuzleaf. Interesting. Okay, trying to learn Fake Out. Sure. Honestly, refresh. Bye bye. Refresh just kind of feels like the generic, like, I was a shadow Pokemon and I can refresh myself because I went through an ordeal and I can do that. I've learned how to refresh. I'm not wording it very well, but it just feels like it's that sort of relation. Body slam. Heck yes. It's a powerful move. 85 power. Okay, I feel like we want water, we want ice. So do I get rid of Mud Slap or do I get rid of Charm? I feel like I get rid of Mud Slap, right? Because Body Slam is just really powerful. Like, when am I ever going to be like just trying to lower their accuracy? Like, I mean, maybe right now, maybe my out is like lower their accuracy and hope. Sure. And maybe I'm biased because Charm is like, the XD special only move, and I don't want to get rid of it. Whatever. Delcatty. That's her shadow. I feel like she has a Delcatty just to be on brand with pretty girl, blah blah blah. And then because it's an evolved Pokemon, its catch rate is, you know, what it is. That is to say, higher. And it's got Shadow Rush. Okay, does not do recoil damage. Who you hitting? That makes sense. Thank you for only hitting twice. Should have used Giga Drain. Wow, okay. Our team is looking a little ragged right now. Let's Aurora Beam. And Secret Power. Okay, whoever she's hitting is dead. Okay, good. I did the right thing. We're going to take out the Roselia before she gets the chance to act. Um, I mean, Gulpin for Sing, right? And I could use Secret Power to try to paralyze, or I could try to Giga Drain to try to recover HP. Delcatty probably just sees the kill on Nuzleaf and goes for it, though, right? I don't know. Let's just do this. Ow. Okay, that didn't help too much. Nice. That animation while it's asleep is pretty hilarious. Okay, Gulpin, let's use your turn to throw the Pokeball. And then Nuzleaf. I might just use a potion on Gulpin. Okay, it's asleep. It's in the yellow. This should be pretty good. Nope. And it woke up. Shadow Rush. Who you rushing? Okay, what are we going to do here? Oh, I think I know what I should do. I'm going to send in Houndour and charm it. And then next would be Mightyena to intimidate it, which will definitely go through. Okay, who you rushing? Thankfully, I healed. Dang it. Sing. Potion. Holy snikes. Okay, Pokeball and Charm. Nope. Got it. Being able to put your Pokemon to your opponent to sleep is quite nice. What on earth? How could you be so strong? Just something a little planning will do. Oh, I so hate to say this, little boy. I can't beat you right now. Master Greevil will be cross with me, but that's okay. I'll let you owe me this one time, but you have to promise you will think about my plan next time. If you see XD001, I'm sure you will so want to help me. I'll so be waiting for you. Lavrina, so tech got. Okay, what'd you drop on the ground? Data ROM. Indeed. Cypher has not disappeared. They're still around. It's alarming. They're making more shadow Pokemon. And they're trying to create the ultimate shadow Pokemon, one that's impossible to purify. Cypher must be plotting world domination using shadow Pokemon as their weapons again. To counter Cypher's new shadow Pokemon conspiracy, Director Lily, we did it. The purified chamber is finally complete. Oh my. What fantastic timing. It's finally finished. Thank you for pulling everybody together. Ah, yes, now we get the big tutorial for how to use the purified chamber. Thankfully, I remember how it works. So, I can speed through this. What happened to him? Okay, let's use the purification chamber. Yeah, their explanation was a little iffy, but um, basically how it works is you put your shadow Pokemon that you want to purify in the center, and then you need purified Pokemon that you put around the outside of it. So let's get Ladian, and we'll put it in. And I mean, what's interesting is like this is like an effective set in and of itself. Um, you want to create a cycle of super effectiveness. So Normal is a fire type. Fire is super effective on bug. So the line connecting them is all lit up all white. Ledian is a flying type, and it's pointed to itself in a circle. And flying is super effective on bugs, so that's effective as well. Only having one Pokemon, our tempo is iffy, our flow is iffy. Say I get something else though, like Mareep. Uh, so Nummel's ground, so he'll be super effective on Mareep. Oh, hold on. Mareep is a shadow Pokemon. Bad example. Baltoy. See, Baltoy, um, you know, Nummel is just like neutral against uh Baltoy, and then Baltoy is neutral against itself, so everything's kind of a more muted blue. And as you see, if we put Ledian in there, the tempo increases because it's super effective against itself. How amazing. But just throwing in Pokemon in general is going to make your tempo better, and then it's just kind of optimizations trying to get the types correct. So if we just like take Baltoy and throw it in here at all, like that's going to increase your flow, that's going to increase your tempo. And then like we take Teddy Ursa, throw it in there. You can see like this way is better than this way because Bug is super effective against Psychic, and if we put Teddy Ursa there, it breaks that chain. Doesn't really break any chain over here, so that's fine. And then like if we take our Gulpin, oops, and we just throw it in here somewhere. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to get it here. Perfect. Now we're looking like pretty good. So theoretically, if we had like poison is only effective against grass. So if we have like our Nuzly, for example, that would increase that even more. You might be thinking, what's the use in a normal type? Normal is not super effective on anything. How is that going to count? Normal is kind of a special exception, as if you point a normal to a normal, that counts as good. So that is a thing, definitely a thing. So what we have here is pretty effective. Um, we have just one little suboptimal thing here. But we don't really have enough Pokemon to really get this going fully effectively. hold on. I might see a way to make this slightly better. You can do this and this. And then what would be good against bug flying? A fire type. Boom. So we've maxed out the tempo. And our flow is doing pretty good too. The only way to increase flow higher than what you see there is to complete these other sets, and the sets will kind of chain off of each other and increase each other's flow by a little bit. But otherwise, we have an effective chain right here, and it's mostly Pokemon that I wasn't gonna use because otherwise Pokemon just have to sit in the purification chamber, and you can't actively use them. So Ledian is totally good to be in here. Houndour is totally good to be in here. Nuzleaf, I don't think I was going to use Nuzleaf. He's got Giga Drain. He's got Secret Power. Modest Nature. That's why its special attack and attack are what they are. It could be a Solar Beam King. I'll think about it, but I'm not too impressed. And then this Baltoy, I mean, that's totally a thing. The fact that it's just serving a pretty good purpose right in here. It's like, maybe you should just stay in the purification chamber. Okay, let's back out all the way. You've connected this thing to the internet? Seems like it's just asking to be hacked. Yeah, I don't think I have any other ground types. Ah, okay. Father passed away. But how did he pass away? Tell me about Flo. Dayton, he's from the first game, right? He was like part of the kid squad. Or maybe I'm just full of shit and that's not true at all. I don't remember. I don't remember this at all. I mean, I remember all the stuff she's saying. I just don't remember her um, being a part of this game. That there was a story recap right here, right now. Consternation. Whenever I see a Kecleon, I always think of the Kecleon in Emerald and Flanders gym that has Flamethrower and Shudder. Yeah, it's exactly like this guy's saying. Like the moves that Pokemon get when they um are purified are like gentle in nature and like really like the opposite, trying to be the opposite of a shadow Pokemon. That's why they always get Refresh and Heal Bell and Charm and stuff like that. Man, that basketball hoop's just like at the top of the world up there. Oh, just gotta walk around and your Mareep will be ready to purify. Just like that. Mimi gets a name and Plusle doesn't. How sad. It's really funny. I think I remember being a kid being totally stuck on this point, being like, where's Dayton? Where is he? He's in kind of a weird spot. I feel like he's like at the end of one of these pathways or something. Or maybe he's all the way at Dr. Kamiko's house. This is should be him. Oh yeah. Now we gotta drop by the kid grid or whatever it's called. Oh boy, Pyrite Town. That's fun. I'm trying to decide if I want to go there right now or not. I'm getting tired. It's like 11 p.m. We're about to hit 2.5 hours pretty much exactly on the stream, and we've made good progress. Let's purify our Mareep and then call it a day. Body Slam, that's good stuff. Heal Bell, also good stuff. And I got a level, so it's going to evolve. Hooray! Pretty good. Yeah, this Flaffy would have made the Lavrina fight even easier because it would have been good against both of Beautyfly and Love Disc. What all did she have? Beautyfly, Love Disc, Delcatty, and Roselia, right? Okay, Flaffy. Okay, I think now is a good time to save and call it a day. Oh, because it's time to go to a new area, Pyrite Town. We've got quite a few Pokemon purified, and who I'll probably be able to stream tomorrow some as well. Be looking forward to that, and we can start making our team and all that sort of thing. Think about all of our options, unlock more things to do, etc., etc. Um, Otherwise, yeah, we're at 2.5 hours, so I'm gonna call the stream here. I'll see you guys later.